Libra, and welcome to your weekly tarot reading. This will be from February the 12th to the 18th, okay? And it's really interesting, Libra. I'm looking at your cards and I'm tuning into your readings for February, okay? And I felt February's energies were quite challenging, but they were all leading to a really successful resolution. And I think that was particularly around relationships. And this is exactly what these cards are saying, okay? You've got two fives turning up. The fives are always about change. And it's change, it's that quite difficult, quite sticky part of change, okay? Just letting you know. And I think interesting, very interesting additional guidance card, deep knowing, okay? When this card turns up, when it turns up for me, it sometimes means that I might be feeling a bit insecure about a situation, a bit unsure, but there's a deeper part of me that knows, okay? That knows the nature of it. And sometimes when it shows up, it means that, okay, I need to go through some events and some circumstances, but I have a knowing that whatever it is going to be okay. And I've just realised you've also got the High Priestess, which is identical energies. They're both, look, it's got a wise owl and the full moon. This isn't a full moon, it's a crescent moon, but they're both about being connected with your source energy. And sometimes when these cards show up, there's a feeling of, oh my gosh, that was not a good day. That was not a good meeting. But my deeper knowing is this is going to a healthy resolution. I just don't know when. Okay? Now, I hope this makes sense to you, Libra. And I am, because your February readings actually stood out to me quite strongly, that there was quite a lot of backwards and forwards energy and a little bit of conflict throughout the month. But it was all going to a good place. That's what deep knowing means. Okay? Because the crowning card is the Six of Wands. Victory, success, overcoming difficulties. It's a successful conclusion to something. I'm not sure what. I might have to pull you some extra cards here to tell you the truth. You start the week with the Two of Wands, fork in the road, not quite sure what the next step is to take. And it's with the Seven of Discs. A lot of contemplation. I'm not going to pull additional guidance cards for these. These both are quite clear. There's a sense of contemplating, inner reflection about where and how you want the next stages of your life to develop. They're both cards about an inward process, okay? And I don't really, that's about deep knowing and being attuned to your depths, so the answers can come through you. We don't have to bang our heads to get answers, Libra. What we have to do is access that real quiet place within. I always give my questions over to my third eye, my spiritual eye, and I allow the process and the answers to unravel or to reveal themselves to me. But there's definitely a sense of contemplation and waiting for you. Because, okay, right next to it, you've got the Two of Cups, but with the Five of Discs. So, you know, this is speaking to me about a little bit of relationship difficulties. And I looked around and we also got the Hanged Man. Okay? Limbo, suspended animation. It's a card of almost being pregnant, waiting to give birth, but all you're doing is waiting. And I think it's to do with some relationship. Maybe the two of you are a bit in conflict. You're definitely a little bit separated from each other. Look at the image. One person's here, the other person's here, and they're both standing outside the light, which to me means two people, it might not be about a state of conflict, but there's a state of disconnection between you and someone else. Some of you might even be separating and you're trying to deal with the resources, by the way. That would be a very, very one interpretation of these cards, dividing up resources. But for others, it's just a sense of being a bit separate, a bit divided from someone. And the Hanged Man is being in a state of limbo. It might be over a relationship. It might be over resources. If some of you are going through a period of splitting up, that's what these would mean. The Hanged Man to me also speaks about letting go of control. It's the crown chakra. The crown chakra is a place where we no longer try and control things, but we surrender the outcome to the great unknown, the great mystery, Libra. I'm not sure, okay? But definitely there's a relationship issue going on here. Exactly what I got in your February readings. You then get the Knight of Pentacles with the Five of Cups. Again, there's a sense of emotional, there's some disappointment, there's some grief around a relationship. It's not going away, Libra. I can't take it away from you. And the Knight of Pentacles tends to bring news your way. So very, very slow moving energy, this Knight of Pentacles. I'm trying to pull another card for you, and it's the Hermit, okay? So again, you might be waiting to hear news about something from someone that you love, or maybe it's news around this Five of Pentacles, the Seven of Discs, about a financial issue. Okay, I've got two really strong themes going on here, but don't forget the Six of Wands is the crowning issue, and the Six of Wands came with the World card. Both cards represent successful conclusions to something, the end of one cycle, so a new one can begin. Okay, but it's definitely coming with a little bit of a sense of loss and a sense of being a bit disconnected from someone. Okay, but then again, the Five of Cups is about disappointment and loss. You just know this card. 3 cups have spilled, and there's 2 new cups waiting to come behind you. When you get this card, we have to feel something to move through it, okay? The trick, how I use it, is I allow myself to feel what needs to be felt, to grieve what needs to be grieved. I don't quite set a timer, but I do contain its energy. And then I move on. I pick up these 2 cups and I move on with my life, Libra, because there's definitely a sense of disconnection and a little bit of grief here. And because the Hermit comes next to the 2 of Cups, I just think it's a bit of separation from someone. You then get the beautiful Queen of Pentacles with the Tower card. Never worry about the Tower card, guys. Okay, it's... The Tower card occasionally brings quite swift change, but it's with the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is about security, stability, being connected with the earth element. She'd also be a nutritionist, an aromatherapist, someone who helps to nurture and care for the body. It's with the Tower card, which tends to be that it's a wake-up card. It's the most spiritual of all the major arcanas. I often call it the Oracle card, again, a bit like the High Priestess, receiving epiphanies, wake-up calls, which connect to us with our divine purpose and our divine way forward, okay? Because we can because look what's appeared with it, the powerful Magician card. To get this magician, he brings energy in through the crown chakra into his body to get the power to begin new projects. Without power, we cannot do anything, Libra. And to get this power, we need to dismantle the old beliefs. The old beliefs can be anything. I'm not lovable is a really good one. There isn't enough is a really big one. These are all the beliefs that we need to dismantle in order to bring in this power of the magician, because without it, we cannot do anything. We cannot manifest anything new because we don't have the power of the universe on our side. And the only way to get it, because if you look, this is like the mind, and the mind has been opened up so new energy can come through. And because it's connected with the Queen of Pentacles, it's very stable and very enduring energy towards manifesting change, which is stable, secure, and solid. But there's definitely a process going on here, Libra. It's really, really clear in your relationships, okay? Or if some of you Libra aren't in a relationship, you're craving one, you're feeling a little bit lonely. It's not a crime to feel lonely. And it's making you feel a bit disconnected from spirit. There's a little bit of grief. But a new beginning wants to happen here, Libra. And it ain't going to happen until we process what we're going through, then stop and start to dismantle the old beliefs of the tower, so you can get the energy of the magician working through you, so we can have the energy to make new beginnings. Because the tarot are basically a self-development tool. And this might not be the easiest week for you, Libra, okay? I am being really clear, it really might not be. But it's about victory. It's about new beginnings. It's about being connected with the source energy. So you can go forward and dismantle some situations that are no longer working in your favour. Because when we've got the magician, we're literally unstoppable. Because we have this power and it attracts everything that we want in our lives. But you might have a process to get there. And I can't, you know, Libra, we all have to go through these processes to get to these cards. I think this is definitely to do with relationships, because the King of Cups has just appeared as well. Maybe there's two people who are not expressing themselves. Or you've been asked to be this king and to sit on this ocean without getting pulled around by the ups and downs of life, Libra. It's about emotional serenity, emotional sovereignty. So no one else gets to control your emotions anymore. You become this King of Cups, in charge of your own emotional destiny and your own emotional life. Because this is what we all want, is sovereignty, so we can dictate the course of our future. Okay, Libra, challenging reading, guys. I knew February was going to be like that for you, okay? But all going to a really powerful outcome. My email's in the About section if you want to contact me directly. Loads of love, Libra. Bye.